carry now for Kareem Hunt. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stopped short of the 30. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. So the special teams penalty costs some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll run with Marshall. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Flacco here on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Flacco from the gun. And that is incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced him to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. It made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Dancing to his left. Spins past another.
Oh, my man.
And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So he wanted to pass it, but that thing turned out much better.
And the crowd really responded, didn't they? They always like it better when the quarterback is scrambling around, actually takes off and runs downfield, and that's exactly what he did.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, but it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. 3rd and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. Working from the gun. Mahomes. Caught here by Conley. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And Butker able to put this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, Flacco. Walking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
And there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And here's Marshall. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. To pass, Flacco. Flushed out right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
This is taken at the 18.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
A first update now from Cleveland. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Anthony Hitchens in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. First catch there for Hill, and he's got a 1st down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. Now they'll run it on the toss. Finding room to the 20. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
We could talk about bend but don't break all we want. But the defense now, we're going to find out just how flexible and pliable they really are. Can they bounce back after that type of a run, that type of momentum against them, and find a way to slow down this offense?
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. Flacco looks to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And now here comes Kansas City. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And this will be taken at the 13. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Throwing here on 1st down, Flacco. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sherman. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. That's going to set him back 5 yards. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes is going to find Hill here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. A first trip to the red zone for KC. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Hunt gets it on the draw from Mahomes. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! Hunt! Hunt! Hunt!
On 3rd down, it's Hunt, and he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. He'll try and get it into Sherman, the fullback. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Anthony Sherman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are in for 6. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 2. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
1st and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Now it's Flacco. He's going to look deep for Perriman. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Brashad Perriman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens are in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
On first down, Mahomes. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. And now it's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
This is taken around the 12. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. Anthony Hitchens. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Flacco and the Ravens now, after the sack, need something good here on 3rd and long. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
This is Marshall. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly, and this one could be coming back. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Second down, Flacco now. Throw left side complete. It's Andrews. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Flacco. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Andrews. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Setting up to throw, Flacco. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Left, 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 left.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A gain of 32 that time. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you?
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are in for 6. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Now Flacco and the Raven offense come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there of 22. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
He's going to launch this thing right, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a big turnover there as his guys will. Get the football back. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. Throw left side complete. It's Hill. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Mahomes now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
A lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Now here's Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Conley's got it over the middle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 29. Watkins, the intended receiver. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Flacco now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. His throw incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down. That's Marshall. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Terrell Suggs in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Mahomes going to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Hill. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Mahomes. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Mahomes now to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Mahomes to throw on second down. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be...
And that is caught! Touchdown, Kansas City! Chris Conley, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Setting to throw, Flacco. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Flacco. Flush to his right. He's going deep for Brown. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. It's in the 4th quarter down in Miami. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly. Throwing now is Mahomes. Caught here by Conley. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. They run with Hunt. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. In position for the possible game winner, but they need to get up and spike it. Right back to him on 1st down. Powerful running. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. So that'll back them up 5. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
One last gasp for Flacco. Forced out to his left. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Chiefs, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And next week, they get to stay home again as the Los Angeles Chargers come to town. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.